Okay. Hi, everybody. Helena Webb here. I'm waiting to find out if I can be heard and if I can be seen. So I'm waiting to get a thumbs up from my crew, also known as my husband. Don, how are we doing? Okay, looks like we might be ready to go. So thank you for joining me on my first virtual house party. I really appreciate you tuning in, and we have an action-packed hour or so, and I hope that you will enjoy everything we have to share with you. This is how I feel right now. I'm the person at the top of the roller coaster, and this is all of you guys on the roller coaster ride with me, and I really hope that you enjoy the ride with me. I want to take a minute to introduce my first guest, Taylor Paquette. Taylor is VP of Candidate Recruitment for the National Women's Political Caucus of the St. Louis Metro region, and she's a political consultant. And let's see if we can get her live. Hi, Taylor, are you there?
I think I am, Helena.
Hi, Taylor.
All right. Everybody. I just want to say to everyone, thank you so much for coming out to support Helena. A big reason that I'm here and a huge champion of Helena is because I'm actually from Helena's district, the 100th district, and I know the people and I know the community, and I know the person representing them is not representative of that district. The people in the 100 districts believe in good education, good health care, they believe in science, they believe in inclusion, and I want to see Helena representing all of those things in our state house. So thank you for coming out to support. Please contribute to her campaign. I'm going to be helping a little bit with the run of show. So what we have going on tonight is a candidate spotlight. Representative Deb Lavender, who is running for state senate, she's going to have a spotlight. Representative Peter Meredith is going to be giving us the news of the day, which is always changing. During our virtual trivia night, we will be joined by 5 special guests. And in our candidate spotlight, candidate for Attorney General Alab Gross will be joining us. And at the end, we will be doing Ask Helena, led by me. You can text questions to the phone number you'll see on the screen later on. And I think now I'm going to hand it over to Helena.
Yep. So before we get started, I just want to thank our sponsors who made this possible today. Our trivia night sponsors, virtual trivia night sponsors, Patrick Goodell, Maureen Jordan, Nina Needleman, Rory Riddler, Barb Spieler, and Judy Yoakum, and of course, all of you tuning in. Thank you so much. Now, Taylor, I think I'll take this slide since I'm running the slides. It might be easier. Is that okay?
Go for it.
All right, great. So what you're going to need to have fun at this party, you need food and beverage, whatever you like, whatever you choose. You need to have a pen and a piece of paper or a pencil. We're going to have virtual trivia. There are 30 questions, and we hope that you'll write down your answers and use the honor system, and be sure to keep track of your answers. We're going to have you send in your scores at the end if you want. And of course, we want to make sure people get up off their couch every now and then, do a little stretch. And so we're going to be taking dance breaks. If you do a really good job on one of the trivia topics, you might want to do the dab or a little pirouette, and we hope that you'll have a great time. All right, thank you so much, Taylor. I'm going to turn it now over to our first guest. I'm going to ask Deb if she can share her screen. And by the way, thank you for everybody for going along on this technical journey with us. I'm in my basement right now. You should see all the wires, and we think we've got the visuals kind of okay, but audio, still working on it. We'll do better next time. All right, hi, Deb.
Helena, how are you? Thank you so much for having me tonight.
I'm great. how are you doing?
We're doing real well over on my campaign. We're shifting and juggling like everybody else is to see how we reach out to people.
Yeah.
To stay in communication with them during this difficult time.
And what kind of, I don't know if you want to share, but what are the roadblocks you're running into? I mean, obviously we can't go door to door right now.
Well, yes, I think most of us know that knocking on somebody's door right now doesn't work. You know, actually venturing out in almost any capacity is challenging.
Yeah.
So we're doing a little bit more phone banking than we've done. We're tailoring it towards people to find out how they are. I'm sending out a couple of extra newsletters from my house address with all of the information, hopefully condensed, that's able to help people know what's happening, what's available, that their utility bills won't be shut off, that the tax deadline has been extended till July. You know, various hopefully helpful pieces of information for them at this time.
Absolutely. Would you have any concerns about our response at the state level to the coronavirus?
Well, I have tremendous concerns. Our governor seems to be 7 to 10 days late behind almost what our other people are doing. I think we're very fortunate in the St. Louis City and County area with Sandpage and Light of Cruson. They're really taking some very proactive measures. So I think for our region, we're fortunate. Jackson County, Kansas City has done the same thing with a shelter in place. And I understand Columbia's is going to go into place. So our mayors and county executives have stepped up very well across our state. But I think the governor's still about 7 days behind everyone. He never closed our schools. The school districts themselves did that, and now he's touting that, well, isn't it great our schools are closed? So I do think we're running behind the curve. Perhaps he'll get out ahead of us. Thank goodness our mayors and county execs are doing what they should be doing.
Yeah, and I think it's also, we're very lucky here in the county to have such excellent medical care available to us. I know that that's not the case everywhere throughout Missouri, and hopefully people will find the care that they need. I guess that's it for me. Do you have anything else you want to say besides hello to the voters out in your Senate district that you're running for?
Well, I want to thank you for putting this together and being the first one to put a virtual party together, a trivia night. I'm excited by the lineup that you've put together, and just excited to be supportive of you and your efforts. I'm looking forward to a year when people realize that we have a great message. Democrats, healthcare should be something that we provide to people. We should expand Medicaid. We need to watch out for our salary workers and healthcare for people who are on the front lines. So I think our message is a winning message, and I think this year might be when so many people see where we are as a state and will be able to move us forward by electing Democrats in the fall. So thank you so much for having us. Hello, everybody. Have a wonderful time tonight. And I look forward to seeing you after we're allowed to get out of our home.
Yes. Thank you so much, Deb. And if you want to turn yourself off, you just can turn your video off, or you can hang around during the next segment. Either way. It looks like Peter Meredith is delayed, so I'm going to just go ahead and give his call to action. He was basically going to say a lot of what Deb said, and just to let us know that this is the governor's phone number. Please call the governor tomorrow. Let him know what you think the needs are for our community, and let him know, what you want to see as a citizen of Missouri, and as a citizen of the county, and as a citizen of the United States, what we want to see in leadership from our state. Thank you, Deb. And I think that next up is our virtual trivia night, and to help me kick it off is going to be Doug Beck. Doug, where are you? All right. Okay. We should have Doug. Can you say hi, Doug?
Hi.
Hey, Doug. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Just before we get started, while you're here, I just want to tell everybody, remember, track your answers. And if you want to write this number down now, it's 314-254-3948. If you guys write down your answers, it's going to be fun. There's a lot of toughies in there. And Doug's going to walk us through the first segment, which is, I'll introduce Doug. Doug is our representative, state representative from District 92. He's our candidate for the Missouri State Senate District 1 right now. Doug, do you want to say anything about how you're doing with the COVID-19 and how you're feeling at home?
Well, it's been challenging for everyone, and everything Deb said, I would echo. For sure, we are lacking leadership in our state, and we are grateful to having Dr. Stan Page as our county executive. So I think he's really stepped up. I'm dealing with a lot of the same issues Deb is. I'm trying to help constituents, plus try to run a campaign and do those things. And we're in uncharted territory right now, so it's kind of feeling things out. I appreciate you doing this today. I'm not very techy, so this will be a way for me to learn.
We're pushing your envelope. You
definitely are, but it's good for me to learn and be able to do these things. I actually don't even have my, I have 2 sets of pajamas during this thing, one my day set and then my night set. So
okay.
But today I actually got dressed. So
TMI. I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's go to our first question. Doug, I don't know if you have this, if you have the slide deck with you, but first.
I do. I have it on my phone.
Okay, hold on. First, I'll introduce it. Our first topic is the identity challenge. And this is where we are going to try to guess the identity of some current candidates in the state. It's sponsored by Patrick Goodell and Rory Riddler. So, all right, question number 1.
All right, great. Well, this is identity challenge question number 1. This candidate's first job was to wear the chicken costume, walking up and down the street for Church's Fried Chicken. She was her high school mascot at Lindbergh. And also, I was the first and only pro-choice candidate to run and win in South St. Louis County.
All right.
Okay.
Write down your guess. No, don't say who it is. Don't say it is. Okay, question number 2. We're giving people a chance to write. Okay, go ahead.
All right, question number 2, identity challenge, question number 2. This candidate has climbed the tallest mountain in Colorado. She has been married for 20 years, and she has visited every state park in Missouri during college.
All right, anybody have a guess? The pictures can sometimes be a little bit of a clue. All right, next question.
Okay, the next question is identity challenge, question number 3. This candidate lost her 2018 election by only 137 votes out of 15,000 in the last election. She says she is like a dog with a bone when it comes to public education and stopping charter schools. She believes our vote should be the last word and not up for dismantling or trying to change the will of the people.
All right. All right, and question number 4.
Question number 4. There's a picture there, so I don't know what you say.
What can you say? A picture says 1,000 words. All right, and now we're going to show our answers. So the identity of our first candidate is Vicky England.
Yay!
Woohoo! She's currently our candidate for Missouri State Treasurer. And you can see her here. She's actually sewing masks at home to help provide our healthcare workers in the St. Louis area. So big shout out to Vicky for taking it upon herself to do what she can to help. All right, and sorry, go ahead.
I didn't know that one, so.
Oh, okay, good. You knew that one. Okay. All right, and identity number 2 is Erica Hoffman. Erica is running for state representative in the 96th district. She did run in 2018 as well. We love Erica. Okay, number 3. See, Doug doesn't know all the answers, so I have to.
Well, I do know this one.
Oh.
I did know all 3. I did figure them all out.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah. So who do you think this is? Well, I just revealed it, but he can't see it, everybody, just so you know. Go ahead.
This is definitely Jean Prado.
It is Jean Prado. Boy, she almost won, and we really wish her luck in 2020.
And we need her in the state house for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And last but not least, did you ever figure out who this guy is?
No, I did not. I'm thinking John Keeney, but
Yes, you are correct. John Keeney is running for state rep in the 110th district, and we do hope you'll support all those candidates with words of recommendation to your friends who live all over the county and all over the city and all over the state, quite frankly. Okay. Time for a little dance break. I thought I might have my son come in to do a little dance break while we transfer over from Doug. Thank you so much, Doug, for kicking us off. And now,
thank you for having me.
Thank you. And I think now we might have Tiana ready to join us. Let me invite Tiana, if I can. Having trouble. Here we go. Okay, Tiana, I'm going to ask Bill to, oh, you're on. Hi, Tiana, can you say something?
Hey.
Hi. Are we going to do our little, ooh, baby, 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 baby? Hello. So,
are you staying safe?
I am staying safe. I'm staying inside. I did go for a walk with my son. I had to pick up some medication at CVS, and we took a walk because it was going to rain, and I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm just turning into a couch potato. How about you?
Well, I kind of been liking couch potato, but there's still lots of work to do. So lots of phone calling. You know, we're in election, so we have to keep going, right?
That's right. That's right. We cannot stop.
People, while we are at it, I am calling people and telling them to text Tiana to 33777. So that's something that we've really been trying to push and get out there, that people text Tiana to 33777. And other than that, just calling, saying hi.
Yeah.
You know, the bigger thing right now is trying to fundraise, and it's like, you know, wow, you got to keep going, but at times like this,
it's
like,
hard. It's really hard.
Kind of check on people, make sure everybody is okay, because when I'm trying to get my district to understand that we're in a situation where it's not a black thing or a white thing, it's not a poor thing or a rich thing, like we're all going through this.
Yeah, we are. We're all going through it together. For sure. Yeah. So let's get started. Thank you for coming. Let's get started with our questions. This topic is St. Louis trivia, sponsored by Nina Needleman. Thank you so much, Nina, for your support and for supporting this, fun night. Okay, question number 1. Woohoo! Woohoo! So, Tiana, do you want to read the questions and I'll read the answers? How about that?
Okay, that's cool.
All right.
What sweet treat was reportedly invented at the St. Louis World's Fair in 1904?
Okay, everybody, write down your answers. Sweet treat, 1904, World's Fair. All right, question number 6.
Okay. Mark your calendars. Missouri Day is the third Wednesday in what month?
What month? I did not know this. I learned a lot creating this.
But I think you were trying to be kind of cutesy with your next question here. I'm looking like,
really? Oh, well, this is good trivia.
It's very good trivia.
That's right.
I like good trivia, Helena. I like good trivia. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, read question number 7.
All right. In what St. Louis neighborhood did Nellie grow up?
Dun, dun, dun. All right. And how about number 8?
Number 8. How much does a child's general admission ticket to the St. Louis Aquarium cost?
Because I know a bunch of people went there when it first opened.
I haven't been there yet, so this is a good one for me.
Yeah, I have not been there either. I've not been there yet, but I plan to go when things reopen. All right. Next question.
All right. How much does a ticket to the St. Louis Zoo cost?
Next question. I hope everybody knows that question. All right. Next question.
But hey.
Never know.
The 1948 real-world events that inspired the Exodus took place at which St. Louis hospital?
Exorcist. We're famous for The Exorcist. Who knew? Some people. Yeah.
That's kind of creepy though.
It is. It's creepy, right? Okay.
In my skin, Helena. I'm getting scared. All right, next or cut?
No, next. Keep going.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Just a little while about to read this. Sorry. Okay, where we at?
Question number 11.
Okay. Who wrote the one-act play, A Lovely Sunday for Freeport?
All right, and last question for St. Louis trivia.
What cookbook was written by St. Louisan Irma Rombauer in 1931? Did I pronounce that correct?
I think it would be Rombauer. That was pretty good. Yeah, I think so. So 1931, St. Louisan, very famous cookbook. All right, we're gonna read the answers. We're gonna read the answers. All right. The St. Louis World's Fair treat in 1904, a sweet treat that was invented there was the ice cream cone.
I love ice cream cones.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Ice cream cones.
Missouri Day. Apparently, they ran out of cups, and so the ice cream man asked a waffle man to wrap up his waffles so they could serve the ice cream in the waffles. Okay. Missouri Day is the third Wednesday in what month? Do you have any guess, Tiana? Guess.
Missouri Day is I want to say April.
Nope. October. All right. Nellie grew up in
University City.
Woohoo! All right. A child's general.
You probably don't get that right, Helena. Thanks for the plug.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Sure. Okay. Child's general admission ticket to the St. Louis Aquarium costs
I have no idea.
$18. I know only I have the answers. $18.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's a little pricey. Gotta save up. All right. How much does the ticket to the St. Louis Zoo cost?
I don't know because my kids are grown.
Oh, $0. It's still free. It's still free. Still free. We have a lot of great free things in St. Louis.
Right. Keep it coming, Helena.
Okay. The 1948 Real World Exorcist took place at Alexian Brothers Hospital. A Lovely Sunday for Creve Coeur was written by Tennessee Williams and Irma Rombauer. What?
So now, Helena, I think when we're going into our dance break, we should shoot it up.
Okay, we'll do a little shoot. And everybody else, you get up and dance too with us. Okay, one more answer. Irma Rombauer wrote The Joy of Cooking. All right. Woo. Okay, we're going to do a little, everybody just take a little dance break. Oh, I need to stretch too. Woo.
Salt and pepper is here. Shoot,
Shoot. Oh. Care. All right. Thank you, Tiana. Thank you so much. And let me see. I really appreciate you coming. Thank you so much. And I'll see you soon. Hang in there. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay indoors. And talk to you soon. All right. Bye. And then let's see. Who do we have next? Let me see who's next. Kevin, I'm going to ask you to start your video. So next we have, oh no, sorry, it's Trish. My apologies, everybody. Trish is going to start her video. Trish is the state representative for District 99. Say hi, Trish.
Hi, everybody.
Thanks for coming, Trish.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Are you staying in? Are you staying healthy and safe and social distancing?
Well, I'm doing my best. My husband's a physician, so he's having to do a little doctoring, and then my daughter is actually volunteering to be on one of the COVID floors at Barnes. So we will begin social distancing with her.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that just started. So we've got some healthcare workers in my family, and that's a little different insight into all of this.
Yeah. And
we're doing our best.
yeah. And I know in District 100 where I live, there's a very large percentage of our constituents here are healthcare workers, nurses, doctors, support staff, and really appreciate all the work that they do and hope that they all stay well.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see. This is Helena's Believe It or Not, sponsored by Maureen Jordan. Thank you, Maureen.
I love Maureen.
Yes, we love Maureen.
We do.
You know, a light in the darkness.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's get started with question 13, Helena's Believe It or Not.
Okay, here we go. Believe it or not. County Councilwoman Kelly Dunaway sold $5 tarot card readings at the dorms in college.
Believe it or not?
I don't know.
Okay. Everybody write down your answer, believe it or not. All right.
Think about that.
Next. Oh, wait. Look who this, what happened?
Goodness. Who could it be? Let me see here. What does one say about oneself? State Representative Trish Gunby backpacked through Europe after college and visited 9 countries in 1 month.
9 is a lot.
9 is a lot, and I don't own a backpack now. So
Okay, believe
it.
it.
Envision
You yourself at that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go way back.
Yeah.
I'm going to think about that one.
Great. Okay.
Maybe some of those memories I blocked. That's possible.
Yes. Okay, so everybody believe it or not.
Yes.
All
Here's
right.
the next one.
Next
Number
one.
15.
Mm-hmm.
St. Louis County prosecuting attorney Wesley Bell's father was also an attorney.
Believe it or
It
not.
runs in the family, I wonder.
Okay, and last one.
Last one. Oh, my sweet mate, State Representative LaDonna Applebaum, was on The Daily Show, one of my favorite shows, grew up with Brad Pitt, one of my favorite actors, and was a cosmetologist, who I will be meeting in about 2 weeks. Big time.
All right,
Let me
so
tell you.
believe it or not.
Yeah, really.
Here we
my
go.
gosh,
Our
she's a
answer.
busy Yeah.
She is.
Who
She's been
Who
at
knew?
6 degrees of separation. We all
Yes.
know Brad Pitt. 6 degrees. 2
Exactly.
degrees. All right. All right. So Kelly Dunaway sold tarot card readings at the dorms in college. Believe it or not. Believe it.
Ooh, I wonder if she still has those cards.
I bet she does. State Representative Trish Gunby, our guest, backpacked through Europe and visited 9 countries. Believe it.
Yes, I did.
That must have been an amazing experience, really special.
It was, absolutely. And something I would never let any of my children do now.
Time,
And I
yeah.
can't believe my own
get
parents let me do it, but they did.
I
So
get
there you
that. I get that. Totally get
Yeah.
that. All right.
Yeah.
St. Louis County prosecuting attorney Wesley Bell's father was also an attorney. To the best of my knowledge, not. He was a police officer.
go. Okay.
Law enforcement in the family, but
Right.
he served as a law enforcement officer. So, State Representative LaDonna knows the main important thing there, knows Brad Pitt. Okay, believe it. I was amazed. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Trish. I hope that you enjoy your seclusion. I'm going to call it seclusion, and I hope that your family stays well on the front lines there.
Thanks so much. Thanks for hosting and bringing us all together. It's bringing a smile to my face. So thanks so much.
Thank you. All right. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. And I'm going to ask Kevin to join us now. And Trish is going to mute herself. There you go. And Kevin, are you there? Oh, we're skipping the dance break, I guess, because I just went straight to Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good.
I can see you and I can hear you, so that's great. Just for everybody who doesn't know Kevin Wyndham Jr. is the state representative from District 85. What is your position in the caucus, the Democratic caucus? Are you like the junior lead? What is your position? Sorry.
I have the honor of serving as the vice chair of the Democratic caucus in the House.
Nice. Kevin's doing a lot of good work, and thank you for all the work that you're doing for your community, for your constituents, and for all of us. And thanks for being here.
It's my honor. Thank you for having me.
Sure. I did send some new questions late today. Did you get those? Updated questions? Awesome. Okay, great. Okay, so we're gonna go through. Our topic is St. Louis Blues, music and hockey. Sponsored by Barb Spieler. Thank you so much, Barb, and a special shout out to Papa Ray from Vintage Vinyl, who sent some of these music-oriented questions. Really appreciate your help. And let's start with question 17. You want to read those?
All right.
Yeah.
Question 17. What do the initials BB stand for in BB King's name?
Anybody know? Blues folks, blues fans might know. I don't know a lot about the blues. I enjoy listening to jazz a lot and blues, but I don't really know a lot about it. So I didn't know the answer to this.
I'm a fan of homophones, and now we're going to switch to the other type of blues.
Nice.
What St. Louisan was the Blues unofficial mascot during the 2019 Stanley Cup season?
Okay. Number 19.
Number 19. What St. Louis singer was nicknamed the father of rock and roll?
I hope we all know that. I really do. All right, next.
All right, question number 20. The song Gloria became the blues anthem during the 2019 historic run-up to winning their first Stanley Cup. The players were sitting in a bar in what city when they heard Gloria play?
What city? What city? All right, next question.
Number 21.
Yep.
Who famously sung Got My Mojo Working?
Okay, next. I don't have any clues for that.
Question number 22. Who scored the game-winning goal for the Monday Night Miracle of the 2019 Stanley Cup?
All right, and last one.
Question number 23. I think I know this one. So the Duck Room is located inside what St. Louis landmark?
All right. All right. How do you think you're doing? Yeah, you can keep a score. Okay, here we go. What do the initials BB stand for? Blues Boy. I did not know that. I didn't get
that one either.
No. What St. Louisan was the Blues unofficial mascot? Layla. And Layla is a Parkway student, so she's definitely near and dear to so many of the people, not only all over Missouri, but out here in Parkway District. My son goes to Parkway as well. And
I knew that it was Layla. I didn't know that she went to Parkway. So
yeah,
thanks for that.
Sure. I think we looked it up. I think it's Barrett's school. So
nice.
Yeah. All right. And Chuck Berry was the father of rock and roll. The blues players were. Yeah, you got that one. Good.
Sorry. Real quick, Chuck Berry statue and the Delmar Loop is awesome.
Okay, awesome. Did you ever get to see him perform?
I didn't. What about you?
I saw him one time at the pageant. Yeah, I was very lucky. Okay, blues players were sitting in a bar in Philadelphia.
You got that.
Okay. Who sang "Got My Mojo Working"? Do you have any idea?
No idea.
Muddy Waters. St. Louis theme, you know. And who scored the game-winning goal for the Monday Night Miracle? Doug Wickenheiser. I don't know if I said his last name right. Did I?
I don't know if you said it right either. I didn't know that said.
And then the Duck Room is located in what St. Louis landmark?
Blueberry Hill.
Yes.
Sorry to take your thunder with that. They
Oh.
also have very good popcorn shrimp.
Oh,
So
okay.
open up again.
Nice. Okay, well, I'll have to go support our local businesses and restaurants. I'm glad so many restaurants are able and allowed to do takeout because we're making sure we give them our business and keep them open and running. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. All right. Oh, I need to stand up and stretch my legs while I ask Tracy to McCreary to join us. Woo, woo. Milton, my son's gonna come and do a little dance maybe for us. What you gonna do, Milton?
Oh, you can't see me.
You can't see you? Okay, don't knock anything over. All right, come over here and sit with me. Come over here and sit with me. Milton's gonna join Tracy and I. Tracy, if you say hi, I think we'll be ready. Oh, hold on, I'm still on Kevin for some reason. Hold on.
Hello, hi, Milton.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Say hi, Tracy.
Hi.
He's a little shy.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I think I've become shy after a week at home.
Yeah, my husband and I had to go to Target. His mother, my mother-in-law, was in the hospital actually for 2 weeks before the lockdown, and she went into rehab on Friday, and she needed clothes at the hospital. And we had to go to Target, and we were kind of having anxiety attacks because we were out in public where we might get sick. It was, it's amazing how fast we change what is normal.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how we bounce back from this.
Yeah, I really hope that it's quick once we're ready and we know that everybody's going to be okay. So Tracy is our state representative from District 88. Thank you for being here. And
I'm honored to join you. I'm really here because we desperately need you to work with us in the Missouri House. So thank you for putting this together, and I hope you feel the love from a lot of my colleagues because you will be a great addition to the Missouri House of Representatives.
I really appreciate it. I thank you. As you know, Tracy, I have no political experience before I became a committee woman for my township, and I started getting involved in finding out more and more about what I feel passionate about in our state government. And I just really feel that I'm a better fit to represent our district than the current representative, and I think I can do a great job. So I'm glad I had your support and so many others, and also the support of my family. Okay, so we're gonna do fun facts about Helena. This is an opportunity, to get to know Helena a little bit. You don't have this. Milton wants to run the show, but we can't let that happen. This is sponsored by Judy Yoakum. Judy is one of my most wonderful supporters and volunteers, and I really appreciate everything that she does. Okay.
Well, thank you, Judy, for your support. Anything we can do to help Helena is the right thing to do. So question number 24.
Yep.
Where did Helena move right after college?
Don't say the answer, Milton. Milton might know, but he's not allowed to say. All right.
Is it on the planet Earth?
It is. It's on Earth. It's on Earth.
Okay, it's on Earth. Okay, that's a good hint.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Okay.
All right. Question number 25. Helena's great uncle, Bert Goodrich, was the first person in America to earn what title? I'm wondering, all I can think is like Goodrich Tires. So I don't know if there's some kind of tire title out there. So
We'll find out later.
we will find out. Question number 26. For a short time, both of Helena's grandfathers worked for the same military facility. What was the name of that facility?
Okay.
Wow. Very timely question as well. Question number 27. In the late 1800s, Helena's ancestors left Blue Springs, Missouri in covered wagons. Where did they go?
There's a lot of family lore on my mom's side, especially my mom's dad. And we grew up with these stories about our ancestors in covered wagons and their journeys. It was really something very interesting to grow up with. Okay, next question.
All right, number 28. Which one of these countries has Helena not been to? So you have to pick the country that she has not traveled to. All right, this is the list of countries. Indonesia, France, Morocco, Spain, Singapore, Turkey, England, Ireland, Mexico, Canada, Scotland, German, or Belgium.
Got that?
Yeah.
That's a list. Okay,
Is
so
Belgium a country?
yes.
I thought it's Belgium, Germany.
No. Okay, number 29.
Number 29. Helena directed a play called Embers. In what theater festival did the play appear?
Long time ago before this little guy came along. Okay, and last question.
number 30. Helena is, she gave us a hint earlier. Helena is the Democratic candidate for House District number.
Dun, dun, dun.
Spectacular number, like a show tune kind of number.
It is. It's a really good. It's a really good number. I know. Well, 88. That's pretty good too.
Yeah, it's two round numbers, but yeah. I used to be an 83 before redistricting, so.
All
My
right.
sister had a chart made for me with 83, and I just kind of penned through it and made it look like an 8. It's easy to make a 3 into an 8, so that worked.
Okay, here are our answers. So, after college, I moved to New York City.
Wow, fancy.
I know, right out of college, I just moved right up there. I subletted it.
I'm glad you're not there right now.
I am very glad I'm not there right now. My sister and her husband and my nephew are there, and I hope that they are doing okay so far, and I hope that that stays that way.
Exactly.
My great uncle Bert Goodrich was the first person in America to earn the title of Mr. America.
Oh my God.
I know.
Nice.
That's a long time ago. He was also a stuntman for Tarzan, for Johnny Weissmuller and Tarzan. So, these are the stories of my life. Okay. My parents are probably having a nice laugh right now. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. It's all my mom. Okay. For a short time, both of my grandfathers worked at White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico. So I was born in El Paso because my grandfathers, all my family was there in El Paso working for White Sands.
Wow.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
We used to go sand sledding at White Sands sometimes. Go there for lunch or something because, see where my grandfather worked, go to the park nearby, go sledding on sand. Weird. It was fun. Really good. Yeah. In the late 1800s, my ancestors set out in their covered wagons for Tempe, Arizona, which is right outside of Phoenix. So they settled. Arizona was not a state yet; it was a territory, and they set out there and helped build the railroad.
Wow, cool.
Helena has not been to. I have not been to Turkey.
Oh.
Yeah, my mom has been there. My mom and dad, but I have not been there. My parents are lucky to be able to travel. They were able to travel a lot as part of their work, and I did for a while as well. So got to go to a lot of places as part of my job, and then sometimes for pleasure if I was lucky. But I've not yet been to Turkey.
Hopefully next year you'll be coming to Just City every week.
Woohoo! Yes, I'm going to enjoy that train ride.
Yes.
The play I directed, Embers, appeared in the Edinburgh Theatre Festival in Scotland.
Very cool.
And I am a candidate for District 100.
Very cool.
Thank you so much, Tracy.
Of course, and thank you for running. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for bringing us together. This is the first human interaction I've had in about a week, so thank you.
I appreciate it. I also appreciate getting to see people that I, might normally see at events or, at the grocery store, quite frankly, and not seeing them anymore. So I think this is a really nice way to connect. And thank you. And I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Thanks. Okay. So we're at the finish line. I hope you've been keeping track of your answers. I know it was really tough, but there's a lot of good information here, a lot of things to learn. And I hope you will, I'm gonna go back. I hope you will send in your score, just your name and your score. We will announce a couple of winners at the end. So I hope you'll send in your scores. And please text, we're gonna have one more segment before questions for me. We're gonna talk with Elad Gross. He is the candidate for Attorney General, a Democratic candidate for Attorney. He's one of the Democratic candidates for Attorney General, and he's going to be joining us for a little conversation about his campaign and to hear from him. But after that, I'm going to take questions from the audience. And if you have questions, text them to the same number that you texted your scores, just one person collecting everything. Send your questions, start thinking about them and texting them whenever you want. And I'll answer questions that I can't answer live. We're gonna answer about 3 to 4 questions live, but I will answer all of the questions that we receive on Facebook posts in the coming days. So I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what's important to you and what questions I can answer for you. And so now it's our candidate spotlight with Elad. And let's see if Elad says hi. He will come to screen.
Hey, can you see me?
I can see you. Okay, move a little towards the fireplace. Just a little more. Is that a fireplace behind you?
No, that is not.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so everybody, this is Elad Gross. He's a candidate for Missouri Attorney General, and
Yes.
and Elad, I just want to thank you so much for being here. You're our only guest who is a statewide candidate, and we did have a trivia on Vicky England, but you're a statewide candidate.
Yeah.
You're running for Attorney General, and you have been campaigning since November of 2018. You got started early.
Right. Yes, we go for a while.
Yeah. Is there something you want to share with us about your campaigning across the state? You know, what you've learned, and maybe pre-virus and then post-virus?
Well, one, I learned that dogs are very important. This is Ladybird.
Aw.
And they have helped me in so many conversations around the state with folks who, we might not agree about everything, but for some reason, dogs bring everybody together. So I would recommend that. I've gotten to be at over 400 meetings and travel over 40,000 miles in the state before the virus outbreak. So I had been all over, met a whole bunch of folks from St. Louis to Dexter to Sedalia, all over. And, we share so many things in common. And I think that we're really seeing that at this moment, how interconnected we all are. And, I've spent most of today really talking to nonprofits around the state, seeing how we can help best we can. We're organizing a lot of stuff right now. The folks in this state are so caring, and it's so important for us to not only appreciate that, but also to honor it. And I'm hoping that we see that much more in our statewide leaders right now. So
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I do think it's an opportunity for us to come together. I think, political polarization has really undone a lot of relationships, families, everything. And I really feel like we have to remember we are all connected. We're connected by our social structure, our families, our schools, but also economically. And we can't take any of that for granted. How do you think this is going to affect elections? Or do you have any thoughts about how that might affect 2020? Or is it too soon to tell? And
I think that there's two different kinds of things. There's, the results of 2020. There's also the process.
Yeah.
I've been very focused on the process side of it because I think we need to be doing a lot more in Missouri and frankly in the entire country to protect our democracy right now. Because with this virus, meeting in person and going out is something that really hurts us all. And it spreads this virus to a lot more people. A lot more folks who are vulnerable. If you think about election judges, all that's all going to be compromised as a result of this virus and the way it spreads. So I've been a very big advocate of making sure that this is a valid excuse for absentee voting, and that means voting by mail. Congress is talking about making sure that we have funds in our state and in all the states around the country to do that. But Missouri really needs to take a lead right now, especially in making sure that our right to vote is protected. And so I've been advocating that through, we actually just released a plan just this past week for our governor, our secretary of state, our attorney general, to make sure that our right to vote is protected. So I think that process is one. In terms of the results, I think we're all very focused on serving our community right now. And I think that, we're really looking for leadership in a lot of ways. And I think, it doesn't matter what party you are, this virus doesn't stop because you're a Republican or a Democrat or somewhere in between. It doesn't ask that of you. And so, I think it certainly will have some kind of an impact. I would much prefer to see leadership right now at this critical time, but I guess we're we'll all see, but certainly the process is something that we have to act right now.
Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of legislation around voting, or trying to be a lot of legislation around voting, and it seems to be trying to make voting harder, when really we have to acknowledge that there are a lot of people who can't, even if it's illegal to stop people from voting, to go to take off from work, they may not be able to take off from work. They may not be able to get childcare. There are a lot of people for whom there are a lot of really good reasons why they can't get to the polls, and being infirm or ill is one of them. And I think that we need to do more. I agree. I think we need to do more to make voting easier. If you're registered to vote, you get a ballot and you can send it in. It's seems like a no-brainer to me. There's so much that we can do online, virtually, and from our homes at this point. It seems just that the election process in some states is lagging behind. And there are states that everybody gets a ballot and can do everything by mail. So I think that, we just have to, this is a good time for us as a society to reevaluate the rules of voting and what century were they written in, and for what kind of technology that was available. And we need to realign. And I think this is a really good opportunity. And I also wanted to say that, I know that there are a lot of naysayers saying that we're overreacting to the virus and we don't need to do as much, and we shouldn't force people to close. And I think there's a lot to talk about in all of that. But I do also know that, for instance, my friends who have a young child with asthma, say, they are fearing for if their wife or husband goes to work and brings back the virus, their child is at risk.
Right.
And I think we just think, it's not me, I'm healthy, I'll be fine, I can go to work. But there is a cascade, and there are people worrying about their mothers, their fathers, their grandmothers, and their young children. And we've seen that children can die from this. So I don't think we should naysay the measures. I think that we're being asked to follow. I think that, like you said, we're coming together as a community. Well, anyway, I want to thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And
thank you for running.
Woohoo! Thank you for running.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I just want to say I knew a lot before he was a candidate, and he's done so much for kids in our community. He's been he was going around the state not as a candidate, but sort of trying to figure out how he could bring our communities together, rural and more urban and suburban areas, before he became a candidate. And I don't know, were you inspired by your travels? Because I sort of feel like that's what happened to me. I started talking to people and I started feeling inspired that I really wanted to help everybody. Is that sort of what happened to you?
Yeah, I mean, my motivation for running has always been the work that I was doing with kids. And then the more that I was working around the state, the more I realized how pervasive this problem was and how little we were doing for the children of our state. So that was my big motivating thing. And, we've been taking off running ever since, and really working with folks to make sure that their voices are heard in this process. So that certainly played a very big role in my decision to do it. So perfect.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Elad. I really appreciate it. And have a great night. Stay safe and give your dogs lots of love. I bet they're super happy they're super happy you're home.
As much as she can now that I'm here all the time. So she's absorbing it all. Yes.
All right. Okay. Thanks a lot.
All right. Take care.
All right. Take care. All right. And then I think we've got Taylor. Let's see.
Hey, everyone.
Hi. So let me just take a second. We're at our the home stretch here. I want you guys to know I'm exhausted. It's a lot of fun, but we've been going for a while now. This is the number to call, to text your questions to. And I think we have a few questions in the queue, so I appreciate that. And I just wanted to, not winners yet. Right now, questions. All right. So I don't know, Taylor, do we have any questions?
We do have some questions. So I've been manning the phone. There's a pretty big theme here. People want to know what your top issues are, specifically for your district, but also the state.
Okay. So my top issues for my district and the state, really, one is gun safety. you know, my neighbor runs a gun store. I'm not afraid of him. He's my great neighbor, really wonderful. I don't think there's anything wrong with owning guns. I think that people need to be responsible. We do have a lot of people with unsecured guns in their homes. We do have a lot of people who guns get stolen because they're not secured in their cars. And we need to focus more on gun safety. Right now, the legislature is basically doing the bidding of the NRA, which is, you know, a special interest group, and they have their special interests. But I don't think that we focus enough on safety. And I've talked to a lot of gun owners, and I've talked to a lot of people who used to be members of the NRA and have left the NRA because they don't feel that the NRA is representing them as well as they used to. When I was in high school in my political science class, we were taught at that time, gun rights was about hunters being able to have rifles and being able to hunt, and farmers being able to have weapons on their property and being able to defend oneself. Now it is there are a lot more dangerous weapons and a lot less protections. So there are perfectly valid and constitutional gun safety laws on the books in other states. I want Missouri to take a look at those issues. I think that our district is a district where we have a lot of people who do own guns, but are focused on gun safety and do not want more guns in our schools. And I think that's the difference. The legislation that's being pushed through in our current legislative body, because of the supermajority, is one that wants to remove as many rules as possible. I think it was a big mistake to take away permits for concealed carry. I think if you're going to conceal carry, you should have a modicum of knowledge about gun use and gun safety. And I think that that's only fair for your neighbors. I think that's only fair for your own family members. We have a lot of gun accidents in Missouri, and a lot of children injured by guns. And it's not intentional, but we need to do more to protect our kids. And I don't think that more guns in schools is an answer. And I think that's coming down the pike. There's legislation going through, being pushed to require more certain ammunition to be allowed in the class in schools, to have more people be allowed to be, more staff members to be allowed to be security officers and to carry guns. And I believe that in my district, in District 100, that's not something that we want to see. I don't believe Parkway parents want more guns in their high schools and their middle schools, let alone in their elementary schools. Kids are very crafty. They're very smart. They can get hold of guns if they want to, if they find out where they are. And we need to be safe. Parkway is doing a great job of implementing safety procedures. So I guess I shouldn't talk too long about that, but you get my drift. Second of all, reproductive freedom. I believe that there are a lot of very prayerful people who are against abortion, and that is their view, and I completely respect their view. There are also people for whom that is not their religious belief. I think we need to be really thoughtful about reproductive freedom. I think women's bodies should be controlled by themselves, and I think that there are a lot of decisions that should be made between a woman and her doctor, or a family and their doctor. We kind of had a reasonable meeting in the middle for a while, I would call it. I know that activists on both sides would disagree with that, but I want to say that, a 24 week required, ban might be the right thing to do in some circumstances. But right now, what's happening is that we are being pushed so far to the right that there is going to be no option for abortion care in this state. Right now, there still is one clinic, and there are women who don't have a lot of options, and they need care. And I think one of the worst parts of the anti-abortion movement is that it's not just trying to stop abortion. It is also preventing women who use Planned Parenthood and other clinics for their general health care and for their family planning, for their contraception. It has cut those people off from that access. There are a lot of people who do not have health insurance and cannot get access to health care any other way. And by denying them access to contraception, we are creating more unwanted pregnancies. So I think that just creates more of a problem and more of a dilemma for people who would like to avoid that dilemma. And I also think that we have to understand that contraception is not abortion. And right now, the anti-abortion folks are pushing us in that direction where they're saying contraception is abortion. And that's where we're heading. And I feel like meeting in the middle with reasonable requirements that allow people to follow their own religious beliefs is an important thing. We have freedom of religion in this country, and I'm not sure everybody wants to follow the religion of a few or of some. I think they want their religious freedom and reproductive freedom. So that's number 2. Education. We are in a position right now in our state where legislation is being pushed through to expand charter schools across the state. And I would just like to say that although the idea of a charter school may be attractive in certain situations, what's happening right now, what's being pushed through right now is going to allow charter schools to open in any district that has a municipality of at least 35,000 people in the district. So say Baldwin has about 35,000 people, I think. And that would mean that charter schools could open in Baldwin and therefore in all of Parkway and in all of Rockwood. And that will drain money out of the system. That will drain money out of our good schools. We should be protecting our schools. We have great public schools here. People always have the option to go to a private school if they want a specific religious belief behind their children's schooling. But I think that we need to make sure that we're not draining money from a public school to put it into another building with another set of administrative staff that has to be, that's doubling the staff, doubling the facilities, and to in the poorer areas, in less well-off areas, that's really taking money out of their school system that they can't make up. In our area, maybe we raise our taxes. I don't want that. I pay my taxes. I don't want to pay more taxes. I want the taxes I pay to go for the school district that I moved here for, not to a private entity, a for-profit entity that does not have to follow the same taxpayer regulations and rules that the public schools have to follow. So I guess those are my 3 main issues: education, gun safety, and reproductive freedom. And I want to say also, I work in the corporate world. I have corporate clients. I am absolutely business friendly. I want to support small businesses. I just think that some of our constitutional rights are being limited. And I think that there's an undermining of our public schools in our state and actually throughout the nation. So those are my 3 big points. That took a long time, so I don't know if we have time for other questions. Sorry.
Honestly, most of the people wanted to know kind of your top issues. I think I'll just wrap up with a request from Judy Yoakum, one of our sponsors. She would like to see this happen more often throughout the campaign cycle. So do you think that's possible?
Well, since we've survived the first virtual house party since I'm still alive, I think it's a really good, first of all, it's a great way for me to connect with you guys, the public, with my constituents. I want you all to learn about me. And to get to know me, and that's really hard to do. Even at a door, going to doors is wonderful. I love knocking on doors. I knock on all kinds of doors. I don't know who's behind the door. I knock and I connect as best I can and address any questions that the person behind the door has for me. And I will be back knocking if it seems prudent, health-wise. That may be a long time away, but you know, aside from a connection of a handshake and a smile, hearing directly from me and hearing from you, I hope it's helpful, and I hope that that you've learned a lot, and I hope that you will support my campaign. Do we have winners? Did anybody send in scores? We don't know. It was an honor system. We were giving the answers out. I know it was a little
Let
iffy.
me pull this up really quickly.
Okay, while you're pulling it up, I will make a plug. Contribute today. We do need your help. Without being able to do public events and meeting people in person, it's hard to meet those folks who have a few bucks to spare. So if you have, if you can spare a few dollars for us, appreciate it. All right, winners.
Okay, so our winner, I believe they're a couple, Bridget Walsh-Moore and Greg Moore. Bridget is, I believe, running for House in the 93rd District.
Yes.
And I believe that's her husband. They are a combined duo.
Okay.
And they won the score of 15.
Wow, that's good. I was thinking 15 would be a really high score because there was a lot of, you know, let's face it, personal information nobody knew.
No one was close.
No one was close to that. Okay. Well, Bridget, and what's her husband's name? I'm sorry.
Greg.
And Greg, you are the proud winners of a Human Rights Campaign water bottle, which I will put in the mail as soon as I'm allowed to leave my house. So if you can text your address as well, I'll put that in the mail to you. And I guess that's it. I just want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank my husband, who's standing right there. Could not have done this without him. We jerry-rigged this whole thing. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty jerry-rigged, and we did all right. So I thank him, Don. Thank you, Taylor, for hosting. Thank all of our guests. I hope everybody had a good time sort of meeting some of these candidates and state representatives who they may not have had an opportunity to talk to before. So thanks, everybody. I guess that's it. Bye.
Thanks, Helena.
I have to figure out how to cut the feed, but I'll do that next.